Look, you can get mad at me for this opinion, but I think what has to be one of the most interesting things about ChatGPT has to be the fact that virtually none of you noticed that I just said ChatGPT. I didn't say ChatGPT, I said ChatGBT. And I'm not the first person to do this. This pronunciation has become so common that I've even noticed people writing out ChatGPT as if they think that's its actual name because they've heard this pronunciation used so frequently. But why are we doing this when there's so clearly a P in the middle of its name? Now, those of you who've noticed this before might just say, oh, it's easier to say ChatGPT, but in order to understand why it's easier, we really need to understand what exactly the difference is between making a P and making a B. Now, if you're watching this, try to think to yourself right now, how exactly would you articulate the difference in making these two sounds? If you're saying it has something to do with, where your lip is in your mouth, if your lip is, say, further back in your mouth when you make a B as opposed to a P, that's not it. Your lip is in the exact same position. Watch. Puppa bubba, puppa bubba, puppa bubba, puppa bubba. Your lips can be in the exact same spot and make both sounds so long as your lips are touching. In order to actually see what the difference is, you're going to take your hand, put it over your throat, not like that, and first go p, 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 and then b, 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 b. You should notice that when you make these B noises, that your vocal cords vibrate in a way that it doesn't when you make the P sounds. And that, in truth, is the only difference. B's and P's are identical in terms of the ways your mouth moves. The only difference is that B's are what we call voiced consonants, whereas P's are unvoiced consonants. And so the reason we say ChatGPT is because we're already in the middle of a voiced phrase. So it's easier just to use another voiced letter and instead say ChatGPT. But in truth, this doesn't fully answer this question, because if this was really just about keeping voiced things voiced, then what we really should say is ChatGPD, because just like B is a voiced P, D's are voiced T's. This is why a lot of Americans will say better instead of better, because it's easier just to have a voiced consonant in the middle of an already voiced words. Now, B and P and T and D are not the only voiced, unvoiced fraternal twins that we have in English. Ka is also an unvoiced G, Sa is an unvoiced Z, Fa is an unvoiced Va, and I think most interestingly, Sha is an unvoiced Zha, which means ChatGPT would be a lot easier to say if its name was actually ChatGPT.